This is day 59 of our Summer 66 series. I am excited to share with you the book of James. A little bit of a sort of a side note here. Martin Luther didn't believe two books should be in the Bible. Book number one was James, and number two was Revelation. He just felt like, man, this stuff don't make no sense, right? Okay, but we're going to talk about James today. So get yourself a cup of coffee, get your Bible, and we're going to do a deep dive through James. We're talking about faith in action. All right. So imagine if you want your faith to be real, according to James, you have to live it not just through words, but you have to live it daily in action. So James confronts this superficial idea that religion somehow is calling yourself a believer. It's like calling a piece of steak a Ferrari, and by simply calling it a Ferrari, it makes it a Ferrari. James says, come on, man, if you got faith, you got to show it through your deeds, right? So authentic faith expressed in deeds. So this letter reflects kind of practical wisdom. It's much like the Old Testament wisdom literature addressing everyday struggle of the early Christian church. A couple of key verses in the book of James. James chapter 2, verse 26. It says, faith without works is what? Dead. All right. So at least for James, you could paraphrase James as saying, don't just show me your faith, show me your what? Show me your works. Okay. Another verse in James that I love, it says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. That will make a great bumper sticker. Quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. In our world, we flip that around. Quick to anger, quick to speak, and we never listen. I also love James chapter 4, verse 10. It says, humble yourself before the Lord, and he will lift you up. When I was a little boy, we used to sing that as a song, right? You humble yourself before God, and he will lift you up. So James was written to a community of believers scattered all over, of course, facing a lot of persecution, temptation, and conflict between faith and work. So this letter here is written to emphasize that genuine faith always produces good work. Okay? Genuine faith always produces transformation, love, humility, patience, and good works, and is active in the community. Okay, so don't tell me you believe in Jesus Christ and you're there hating on other people and minimizing other people and tearing other people down. At least for active faith is loving other people, right? Is active faith is volunteering. It's not just reading the Bible. Is volunteering each and every day and giving up your time and your talent and your treasures to bless those around you. That in James is what we call an active faith. So it's not just cerebral, but it's in your heart and it manifests through your hands. So faith and work in James, those are two sides of the same coin. They reflect sort of this relationship with God that is alive and is vibrant in the world. Okay, a couple of key takeaways. Number one, put your faith into practice by loving and serving others. That's what James is telling you. Number two, control your speech. That's a tough one. Control your speech. You know, there's this verse in James that says the tongue is one of the smallest member of the body, but is able to set the whole body on fire. You ever said something that got you into trouble? That's James. James would also say, if he was writing to us in contemporary times, don't respond to an email when you're angry. That's James, right? So this time it's not the tongue, but it's that keyboard. It'll get you into trouble. So if you're angry, step away, take a breather. Again, this is not about just faith. This is about how we live each and every day. So James challenges us to live faith boldly, but get this, practically. It's got to be real, my friend. Faith that moves mountains, but also moves hands and feet. And I want you to know whatever you're going through, God's got you.